Hey everybody, this is Frankie Abbruzzino. I'm going to be doing an interview with Tracy Atkins, and she's a resident of the island of Venice for 37 years. She just found out that they're going to build a 103-unit hotel directly adjacent to her house, and she's pretty upset. It's amazing some of the stuff she's going to be that's going to happen to her, and some of the financial hardship she's going to suffer. So we're going to talk to Tracy right now. And this is why I tell everyone, you need to be active. Even if it's not your house today, it's not your backyard today, it might be your backyard tomorrow. Tracy, how are you today?
Good, thank you.
All right, so you just found out about a hotel here. They sent around these notices. I went to the city. City said they didn't have anything, and it came out that they actually were talking to these people for a while. What are your feelings? First of all, what are your feelings on putting the hotel here in privacy aspect and all that stuff? Let's go there.
Well, the privacy aspect is our biggest concern and issue here for the people that are having this hotel built behind them. We are directly behind the hotel. They are proposing a 6-foot fence and a 45-foot hotel. So we are literally getting no privacy. They did say that they would be putting up some new trees, but we all know that trees don't go that high, so we're not going to have any privacy. Like, I'm never going to be able to eat dinner with my husband on the back porch without somebody watching me. I'm never ever going to be able to open my curtains to my bedroom without somebody looking down into my bedroom. Our children aren't going to be able to swim in the pool.
And they're cutting all these trees down too?
That's the proposal. They're cutting all of these trees down. We are also concerned that should not be cut down, because they're grand trees.
Are they going to have a, what are they called, an arborist?
Well, there was going to be we asked for a tree study. There was a letter written to the mayor by one of our concerned neighbors, and his response was just simply, "Thanks for your letter."
Yeah,
so
he's good at that.
Yeah, so we don't know. We've asked for it, but we don't know.
All right, now another concern, this is a pretty thin, narrow piece of land,
Yes.
and I'm assuming it's going to be long. I'm assuming the front's going to be facing this street here.
Right.
So are you going to have to deal with the back area that's usually smelling? It's got the decking,
Yes.
and where they're loading, the trucks and all that. What are you dealing with there?
Absolutely. Right here behind Kevin O'Toole's house is where the dumpster is going to go.
Okay.
And then my house is down a few, and that's where the loading dock is going to go. They've proposed that a parking lot go in the back, so we're going to have car doors slamming at all hours of the day and night. We're going to have security lights, you know, in probably our backyard. They're also going to be putting a wrap-through driveway here as well in front.
All right, so you can be dealing with honking, all that crazy stuff, the dock, the smell.
Yes.
That doesn't seem pleasant.
No, it's not. We're devastated about it.
So if you've lost your privacy due to a 4-story hotel and you've got to deal with all these variables, what's it done to your property value?
Our property value, unfortunately, is nothing. When we first heard about this, now Frank, I've lived on this island since 1980. 37 years I've lived here, and I don't want to leave this island. This is my home. I grew up here. We went to school together here. But once we found out about this and knowing how the city works, we put our house up for sale. Listed it for the 6 months. Once we did that, we had people interested in our home who doesn't want to live on the island. But once they found out that this hotel was coming here, no offers came through after that. So our realtor literally told us, we own swampland on the island. My house is worth nothing.
So you got your realtor telling you your house, you basically are financially, and I can imagine that would hurt anybody, and I know we've known each other for years, high school, it's got to be a financial hardship for you. And didn't you just buy your house from your mother down there?
Yeah,
but you've always lived here where Kevin
I've lived here, yes, my ex-husband and I lived here since the late 80s. So we've lived in this particular neighborhood for a long time. So yeah, it's devastating to know that I have a house on this island that is worth nothing, you know, and like I said, I don't want to move, but I don't want my privacy stripped from me. My comfort level of life is being taken from us.
Now, what happened when you talked to the developers and they met you over here at Emmanuel? Because you told me something they said basically, and I wanted you to communicate that. If you said, hey, I don't want the hotel there, what did they tell you could do?
Sure. One of the neighbors over here that's going to have the parking garage behind her, she stood up and said, what can we do to stop this? And one of the men up there started laughing at her and said, well, you can buy it. And her response was, we're retired people, we're working people, we can't buy this, even if we pooled our money. And he laughed at her and said, oh, well, I guess you'll just have to deal with it then.
Yeah. You gotta love the developers, huh?
Yeah.
Now the other issue too, which my heart goes out to you guys, is I referred you guys to Dan Lobeck.
Yes.
He's one of the primary people out there fighting for rights with Control Growth Sarasota. But he's expensive, and you guys just don't have a lot of money, so you can't really get a high quality attorney to go out and fight this battle for you, can you?
No, we really can't. Even if we pool our money together, I mean, my neighbors are retired. They're older people. You know, I'm a preschool teacher. We don't have the money to fight this force. You know, we're basically being bullied at this point. We don't have any say.
Yeah, and based upon the letter I saw when somebody wrote the city council, I think it was a member of their team, they basically said, hey, we were guaranteed that this was going to go through, and it was just a formality.
Yeah. Well, if you go to the city and ask questions like I have, like Kevin has, like our other neighbors have, they tell you they don't know anything.
They told me that, yet I found out that you had several meetings with these guys.
Yes.
Amazing. Yeah, you gotta love the transparency. Now, the other thing is, we've been sitting here for a while, and there's been a lot of traffic, and I just left the Circus Bridge. Now, there isn't now. It's Saturday morning, guys, and I can tell you, during the week, it's even more congested. You've seen a lot of cars come back and forth. High school, is that an issue? Are they going to do a traffic study, and do you think it'll be even worth it?
Well, that was brought up at the meeting, and, you know, I asked, when are you doing this traffic study? Are you going to do it in August when it's convenient for you, or are you going to do it in February when we are backed up here? I mean, if the bridge goes up, we're backed up past here. High school traffic is crazy. Just the general day, everybody going back and forth to work. Then you add in 103 rooms here, Frank, and you add in 3 shifts of staff. I mean, you're
and a bar and a restaurant.
And a bar and a restaurant. You're going to have crazy traffic here. I mean, I've had to sit just to get out of our road 5-10 minutes sometimes just to get out of here. I can't imagine with a parking lot over here and parking here how long it's going to take.
Yeah, one of my biggest concerns is whenever they do these, I never see, they say they do traffic studies, but they never adjust the traffic flow or the infrastructure.
Right.
And you're stuck with the same infrastructure, but an increase in the amount of people there. Let's walk towards Kevin's house and give these guys a feel for what we're looking at. Now this, they bought both pieces, and they're going to do the parking lot over there too, right?
They're asking for a variance to put the parking garage over here. Yes.
Okay.
And then where we're walking, right behind Kevin's house, is where they want to put the dumpster.
And he must have been real excited about the dumpster.
Well, rats, raccoons, I mean, just the smell alone on a hot summer's
Oh,
day.
and we
trash.
all know how bad rats are in this.
It's terrible.
Yeah, on the island. So we're going to, go ahead.
They suggested, okay, well, we'll move it. And so I said, well, which one of the neighbors are you going to put the dumpster behind then? Because, you know, we've all lived together for years.
Uh-huh.
And nobody wants a dumpster.
You guys used to have some great St. Patty's Day parties.
Yeah, we did.
All right, so this is it. This is Kevin. Kevin also, I've known Kevin since the 80s, went to high school. Here's his yard, guys. We can go back to it, right? Kevin doesn't mind.
Yeah.
This is, it's going to butt right up to Kevin's backyard here. And they're cutting all these bushes down.
Yeah, this is the property line. So the hotel is literally going to be, you know, right here. There's going to be a 6-foot fence. But again, no privacy. You know, Kevin has a pool.
No, and it's a 4-story hotel.
45 feet is what they're proposing.
45 feet.
So, yeah.
And Tracy's going to shoot me some pictures. When I put this on the website, I'll share the photos with you guys of the conceptual idea behind the hotel.
In the pool, there's going to be a pool. You know.
Pool, so there's going to be kids, and that, I'm assuming, in the back or the front?
The proposal looked like it was more like on the side.
On the side?
Yeah, so. But there's definitely going to be pool, the restaurant, you know. Our main concern is our privacy. It's going to be stripped from us, and you know, when I start to think about it, I tear up because.
Oh, don't tear up on me.
You know, how would you feel, Frank, if you wanted to have dinner with your wife on the back porch and you've got people watching you?
Well, and not only that, the financial aspect. I can see the value of our house just getting killed, and that's just. It's just wrong.
This is our investment, you know. This is where we live, and you know, it's literally swampland, unquote, from our realtor. She just said she was sorry she couldn't help us.
That's a shame. Now, any parting words? If you guys have any advice for Tracy, any guidance, you can post on it. I'm sure Tracy will like this once I post it on the page. Any parting words, Tracy, about the next meeting, or any information you want to get out there?
I would just like to tell everybody that this might not be your backyard, but it is our backyard. And I would like everybody to come out to these meetings and to help us, because today it's not your backyard, but tomorrow it might be your backyard. And I can promise you that, you know, we would understand and we would be there and help you. We've sent a petition out, and we've had neighbors at the country club estate sign it, and they're not directly affected by the privacy, but they're empathetic to our lifestyle and our feelings. And all I'm asking for is support, and I'm asking for people to not let the city bully us anymore. And that's what's happening today, Frank. We're being bullied.
Yeah, it's not the same Venice we grew up in, is it?
No, it's definitely not the same Venice we grew up in at all. They're taking this quiet little charming town that you and I grew up in as kids, and they're turning it into something that I'm having a hard time dealing with. The traffic, you know, the people. We tried to go to the art show and we couldn't even find parking, and now they want more traffic and more people. And you know, we do live in a beautiful place, and I love the island. I don't want it to be destroyed.
Yeah, and you know what? It sounds like you can't even move because you won't have money to sell it. You can't sell your house. You won't have money to go move.
I wouldn't. And you know, even if we did sell our house, I don't want to leave the island. I've been on this island 37 years. I couldn't sell the house I live in and go on the other side and live because the market value is too high. So we're stuck.
All right, so if you guys have, let me flip it over to me. If you guys have any parting words for Tracy, we'll do this. Let her know. I'm doing right now a collage of videos. I went around to all the properties here that are up for zoning. I found one new one, I think, and I'm going to post that later, and I'll put Tracy's pictures on there, and I'm going to attach this video with it. So, like Tracy said, it's today it's not your backyard, but tomorrow may be your backyard, and you just don't realize it. So you need to stand together and fight a lot of this overgrowth. Controlled growth now, Sarasota is a great place to go to, and there's a few sites out there that I'll put links to. All right, that's it. Tracy, one last word. Anything? Oops, let me flip it back to you.
I just want to thank you, Frank, for bringing this to everybody's attention and making everybody aware of it. It means the world to us. Thank you.
Anytime for you guys. All right, we're out of here.